because it does the little watermark. And then, you know, we're probably good now. No one? No
Hey,
one's,
you are listening to the Experience Podcast. I'm here with someone else, I guess, and someone else, and then someone else.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All four of
We're,
us.
yeah, we had a long delay. It was one person's fault in
What?
this
Oh,
threesome here.
me?
It could have been
Because I
could have been
couldn't.
anyone.
Me?
Tanner, you're like, can we do a month from now? I'm like,
Yeah,
sure.
I was busy. I was
Yeah, that
busy.
was that was pretty funny.
I
Tanner's
was I
Tanner
was
has
in
been
I was
busy. I
in
will vouch.
Europe. I was in Europe.
Oh, okay. That
Um,
is
I
you
don't
want my
did
itinerary? It was like it's been stacked.
I don't doubt that you were busy. It's just usually people just say, ask me again in
A
arbitrary
month.
time. You gave me an exact date, which I
Because I
kind of
I knew when I would
appreciated.
be less busy. Like I knew that I was um kind of swamped with, and at least in Europe as well. Um, oh, can you hear me? I think it cut out. I don't hear audio on
we.
one.
I got you.
Okay. Um, yeah. So what did I do? What did I do? Let me look it back at my calendar. I guess at the start of this month, a little bit after Labor Day, I went on my Europe trip. And then it was my first week of work, and then I moved that weekend, part one, and I'm also moving again tomorrow, and then this weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I'm kind of doing the most. You could say. Like I'm just I'm so busy. It's insane. Um, ask me questions. Ask me questions about it.
What floor are
Okay.
you on?
I am on the fifth floor, not quite the top floor. Um, so that's kind of unfortunate, but my view is very good. So,
Yeah.
Is there
Well,
is there a process to upgrade your floor?
can
uh,
you remove the other floors
usually
since
it's
it
an
was the top?
elevator.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's good.
Thank you. Is that funny? Um,
Um, yeah, yeah, sure.
well,
Uh,
Europe was nice.
where'd you
That's
go, Tanner?
where'd I go? Oh my God. Okay, so um, I flew into Prague. Let me maybe join my phone. I'll share my screen. Um, and so the listeners can get the audiovisual translation portion. Um, I'll share my screen.
Yes, it's always great when we share our screen on this podcast, so that way the
I don't
listeners can
remember what
see.
happened. I don't remember what
It's
happened. It's a
immersive.
blur.
Take the
Yeah.
It makes me
uh,
want to. It makes me have to download the app.
oh, just go on Google Maps and just describe
I'll
what you
just
want.
I'll go through the pictures, I guess.
Ah, okay.
Um, so it started in Prague, and my quick thoughts about Prague are I was a little underwhelmed. I had heard great things, but it was kind of touristy. Like we went to the Prague Castle, which was one of the things to do, and they recommended buying tickets, but the tickets just got you inside the physical building of the castle. Getting in within the walls and the perimeter of the castle is free. Anyone can walk around and do that, but the inside castle tour was very limited, and you were kind of moving around in like lines that were like Disney World or Universal lines, like theme park lines. You know how they kind of just shuffle along. It was so packed that we are just basically shuffling, almost like a theme park ride around this castle. And then the outside of the actual building of the castle was just slam packed with people. So we are like, okay, let's get out of here. Let's just grab a beer because this is kind of like human soup. there's like just so many people here and so many tourists. So it was really, really packed. Maybe, I don't know, it kind of being after Labor Day weekend and just being, I guess, a good time to travel in Europe. It was like there were so many people there. Um, I guess the waiters, I don't know, they weren't that like friendly either. Like I didn't get a warm vibe from them. Um, but whatever. Um, what else? I think the world building is nice. I think the language is really cool. How it kind of almost um, it kind of looks like a blend between like Western Eastern European languages. Almost like it looks almost recognizable or almost foreign or almost Russian. But you know what I mean? Like when you think you know some words in French and German, you know what they mean in English. But like
Hmm.
these words, you could see like Savaki, and you're like, what the heck does that even mean? But it's spelled with, it's not spelled in like a acrylic alphabet. So it's kind of still like almost with, you know, the English alphabet, or whatever our alphabet is. And it just has weird like accent marks. So it kind of just looks um, distinct and unique. So I thought
Well,
the language
it's a
looked really
Slavic
cool. I
it's a
know,
Slavic language, right? So it's
exactly.
Russian derived or similar to
Exactly, and
Russian.
it's basically geographically halfway between those. It
Yeah,
felt
it's
halfway
right
between
near,
those
it's the
Yeah.
languages. I
same of
thought,
like
It's like similar
Slovenia
to
and
Polish. Yeah.
Croatia.
yeah, yeah,
Well, Polish, yeah, Polish I think
That's
is,
Slavic
I
as
think,
well. Well, so the interesting thing about the Slavic languages is all the countries that were like Orthodox historically, they have the Cyrillic alphabet, and then Catholic countries like Poland, Czechia, I guess it is now, they have the Latin alphabet. So there's kind of like a interesting divide, which I guess makes sense. Latin versus kind of more Russian centered stuff. Anyway, very cool, Tanner.
yeah.
Continue.
It was cool how history influences that, and religion influences culture. Yada yada. The lights were really cool at night. They kind of have this yellowy tint, and so you can imagine kind of like there was no snow there, but you can imagine Prague and Christmas. You know, snow kind of falling on these lights on these streets, it kind of being like a um, serene in a sense, kind of. I don't know. I can picture like a very still night in a Czech town, and these lamps kind of illuminating little snowflakes falling down.
Mm,
Um, but I think what was cool as well was the architecture. Each of the buildings were kind of unique colors, and you were really incentivized to look up because the roofs each had like a statue, like a Czech hero, war hero, or like you know, the birth of Jesus, or like a religion thing. So they all had something like at the top of the buildings that made them unique, and that was really cool.
that's cool.
Um, and then we went to Vienna, which I thought was really cool as well. I've already been, so I wasn't like, wow, look at this. We went to, you know, the places, because my mom hadn't been, so we kind of went to the touristy spots. But they do it a lot better than in Prague. They had like time slots. You have to show up to Schönbrunn at like this time, and you have to be out at this time. So they were really good about like managing people. So it kind of felt, and we were still kind of like shuffled in throughout their, you know, Viennese basically version of the Palace of Versailles. Um, Still kind of shuffled through it. It was still so packed. Um, but I think they did that much better. I couldn't imagine how they do it if there was no like timing based ticket system where you buy a certain time slot. It would probably just be so swamped. It would it would be insane. Um, um, and then we went to Budapest, and we used trains to get between these three cities. And I really liked Budapest, um, because I was like, okay, we didn't have, you know, the greatest food so far in Vienna and in Prague. So I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm gonna look up restaurants. We're gonna go here, then we're gonna go here, then we're gonna go here, then we'll go here. So I was very much like food itinerary, looking up like the best spots, like where's the best place to get paprikash, space Reddit, like you know, looking on
Hmm.
Reddit for the best
Right? Detective work.
locations,
That's good.
and it was good. And we ate at like Michelin star restaurants. I have this picture that was like this really cute. We didn't get into the main one. We went into this like offshoot um, bistro version, but it was like retro grandma's house is kind of what the vibe was supposed to be. Like very cozy. It maybe had uh, 8 to 10 tables in it total, and I don't know. It had like a retro, like imagine. I don't know, Daniel, have you seen Dark, the show?
I have not. And it's a
I
German
thought we
show,
talked
right?
about this.
We
The
talked
point
about it
is,
probably.
like when they do time travel, spoiler, supposed about time travel. They go back 33 years. They're in like the 50s, and they have that kind of Eastern European retro. I don't know art style. I don't know what to call it. Like it just kind of looks. I don't know what to call it. Um, but yeah, this whole place was stylized like that, and they had contemporary takes on, I guess, traditional Hungarian food. And so, like, the paprikash was like, I don't know if it was like deconstructed, but like, it was like this. They served it with this weird bread, and yeah, I'll show you pictures with you guys. Um, they served it with this bread that was like undercooked, in a good way. And they had ricotta cheese on top of it, which I think is the secret
Ooh,
ingredient. It
oh,
was
yeah,
like
that
a
sounds good.
ricotta, um, and so basically the bread just soaked up the
Yeah.
sauce, and it was like so flavorful. I'd made paprikash before, and it was really disappointing, and so I kind of have like a new basis for this kind of taste. So I thought that was really cool because I remember making paprikash and being like, wow, this is it. This did not come out very good. But this was like phenomenal. And my dad got these like deep fried Hungarian meatballs served over like mashed potatoes, and then under that, this was amazing. It was relish. They love to pickle things there. Like behind
Oh,
my dad, there was just this wall. This was the art decoration, a wall of like pickling jars of pickling vegetables of all sorts, kind of really well illuminated by some kind of light source. I don't know where it was, but it looked really cool. And this relish was just so good with the mashed potatoes and the meatballs, the fried crunch of the fried meatballs with the soft mashed potatoes and that relish. That was probably that's top ten foods I've had in my life. Is these meatballs. I really want to make them again. Um, it was just so good. I got to try to find the recipe for that place.
dang.
And then they before that actually they served an appetizer that had it was like this piece of bread like a crouton almost with a little bit of like sausage pate and then I think some red onions sprinkled on top and optionally you could take a spoonful a teaspoonful of this like spicy sauce and put it on top. So of course I like spicy food, so I did. It was so good. This little appetizer was so good and flavorful. We had to ask. I was eating the sauce with a spoon after I finished it. Because the sauce, I asked him like, "Did you guys make this? Like, how do you make this? We're thinking about making this." And he's like, "No, we just bought this from the store." And
Whoa.
he showed me the brand, and so we bought a bunch to take home. Um, also, what I recommend doing a lot. The last night was really cool. We went on a uh, the the Danube River at night cruise. Like you get to see Budapest light up at night. I think that they had like an opera house that was lit up, and of course the Hungarian state building. Famously is like very pretty at night, and it was definitely one of the super cool things to do. We were on an all-you-can-drink cruise, 90
Whoa.
minutes. And the fun part was I started talking to this guy in line who was around our age, and told him my story. I'm in between jobs, just traveling with my parents right now, yada yada yada. He's like, "Hey, if you ever get tired of talking to your parents, come sit with us. We're right over there." I was like, "Sure." So I talked to them. They're around my age, from like 24 to 26, and they're from Chile. And I'm like, hey, so guys, I really wanted to. This is my last night. I got to get up at 5 in the morning. I really wanted to go to one of the famous ruin bars in Budapest. And they're like, we went there 2 nights in a row. It was really good. Come with us tonight. We're thinking about going. So I hung out with these Chilean folk, and they were just like really cool, really fun people to hang out with, and it was really cool to just kind of like not get a break from my parents, but just meet new people and gain new experiences. At the end of the night, they were talking about. I'm looking this up now because I don't know if they were pulling my leg. Chilean Independence Month. Or they're like during the month of, I don't know, I guess September. They I don't know if it was actually on the 18th. Hold on. They basically sing like limericks, and they're like, give us a word, and they didn't know the English word for limerick, but it was basically like a dirty poem. So it had like a rhyme, da 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 da. Like they were like, give us a word, and so I said caca. So that's one of the Spanish words I knew. And so they kind of said a bunch of stuff in Spanish that had like a da 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 something something caca or something like that. And I tried to do one in English, and it was pretty good. And they all laughed, and were really impressed that I was doing limericks in English. I was like, give me an English word, and I'll do it. Um, and so I don't know. That was just like it was really cool. And then it was like as soon as they left, I left them at the hostel. I was like all my own. You could feel the eyes on you. Like I'm like, okay, how do I get to the bus stop? How do I get around? How do I get to the train station? It's like 2 in the morning. Got to get back to an Airbnb, and like throughout the night, I had already been like, there's people on the street that like offer you cocaine and other drugs. But then this lady comes up. She's like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I'm like, "Oh no, thank you." And then she basically solicits prostitution. She asked me, like, she's like, "You want a hand job?" I'm like, "No, thank you." Blowjob? And I'm like, "No, thank you. I just try to get home." And then I show her my
Oh,
phone,
wow.
and she helps
Mhm.
me. She helps me to
That's so
get
funny.
home.
That's nice. He's providing other services too.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was
Did,
like, "Thank
did she
you."
tuck you in, Tanner, or no?
No, no. But I was like,
Yeah.
"Thank you."
What'd you give
Here's
her
the
in return? Just
I
kidding.
gave her
Handshake.
I said goodnight in Hungarian because I looked
Nice.
up it's a very cool language. I looked up in Prague, so obviously I looked up Czech and like basic Czech phrases and basic Hungarian phrases. Um and they were really impressed if you have ever said, good morning or good afternoon, whatever it was, or thank you. Um, they were they appreciated that. So once I kind of figured that out, I was like trying to do it more and more, and you could kind of see them, even though I described them as kind of, I don't know, colder people. Like they're a little bit, what's the word, huskier. I don't know. Um, but like I think it uh made them a little bit happier that it's like, oh, look at this guy who's attempting their language. So,
That's
and
cool.
they would like help you and correct you and be like, yeah, yeah. And so that was a cool experience as well. Was like, try to immerse yourself in the culture a little bit, because I doubt very many people speak Hungarian, and so like they probably appreciate someone doing that.
Yeah. Good job.
So thank you, thank you. And then I got back, and it was my first week of work, a new job, which was pretty chill. It had just been really trainings. Now it's starting to pick up in the second week. I have an assignment that I was working on and have to present it tomorrow morning. Um, but yeah, I think I'm picking it up. I'm hoping it's I'm kind of thinking about how it'll be different from my previous job at UPS. I think at UPS, um, I was a little bit more needed. I was part of the team in a way that was like, okay, I'm kind of project manager, so I'm kind of interfacing with different people, and just kind of across the data organization, people kind of knew me and knew I would help out. But here, it's interesting, kind of being a new face. I think they just kind of expect you to clock in, get the work done, and clock out. Versus there, it was kind of like a whole production. I don't know. I kind of like, you know, would drive. Obviously, I hated this. 50 minutes to Alpharetta. So I'm
Sucks.
really glad I'm not doing that commute. But like, people kind of see your face, and so I'm definitely a friendlier face. I don't know if it comes across on the pod, but like, you guys would describe me as like, I don't know, photogenic. Generally,
Well,
like you know what I mean? Like
like
kind of
that's
like
the first word. That's funny.
chipper.
That
Like
was the
you.
first
Yeah,
thing I was thinking
Do
of.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
I know what you mean. Yeah,
I'm dumb
you're
as
like a
rocks. I'm dumb
no,
as
you're
rocks,
not.
but I can be kind of like funny or funny looking that people are like, okay, I'll help him or I'll hear him out or he's at least entertaining.
Yeah,
You know what I
you're
mean?
a good person to talk to. You're like
I'm
warm and
personable. I'm
welcoming,
personable. I'm
personable for
personable.
sure. I
Yes.
just like photogenic. It's
I didn't know
so
what the
funny.
right
That's
word. Like I'm like all
like I'm.
smiles.
You guys think I'm really hot, right?
Nah, okay, maybe that's not what I meant. Like all smiles, like
Yes. No,
So
that's
like
100% true. Yeah.
people would know me as a smiling guy, and here it's kind of like it's not
Okay,
cameras
but
off. Yeah,
to
go
be
ahead.
fair, we do have pretty good survey responses on if Tanner is attractive or not.
We do.
We have a lot of
Yeah,
responses.
well,
Yeah.
it's one of the game. It's part of the game that we would ask people, is Tanner attractive?
Oh yeah, and everyone would be kind of embarrassed to answer.
Pretty much everyone said yes, except for a couple people.
Pretty much everyone
I don't
said
remember,
yes, except for the people that said no.
Those
except for a
people
couple
aren't on the
people.
podcast anymore.
Yeah, they're not invited
Yeah, they're
back.
not
Don't
allowed.
invite Jarvis. Don't invite them back on the podcast. Jarvis, get him out of my city. Um, yes. So basically, the whole production is kind of different. I don't know. I kind of feel um, what is the word? Less visible a little bit, but
Yeah.
maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's good to not be needed as
Is
much.
it
Maybe
is it
it's a good
remote?
change of pace. It's fully remote.
Okay. Yeah.
No
I mean,
headquarters.
yeah. Hopefully you won't be the work-life balance might be better.
Everyone was saying that, and I was like, "Nah, I'll be all right." Like, I don't want to go to Alpharetta anymore. Like, I'm just so pissed off. I don't want to go drive and have to get on 400 in the morning. That's scary. You know,
Mhm.
like, um, and now I'm like, I'm just thinking about it. It hasn't set in. It's only been a week and a half, so I don't know. But it has. And maybe I'm coping. I don't think I am because it's too early. It's allowed me to like move down in Midtown and do things I want to do, like be spontaneous. Like the past weekend, literally on Sunday, I quickly moved up a bunch of stuff, unpacked a bunch of stuff, um, and hastily bought Shaky Knees tickets to go hang out with some of my friends that were going, and it was a good time. And then I was able to walk back to my apartment
Yeah,
and
that's amazing.
uh, and chill and let traffic die down and take a shower and eat half of my pub sub and be like, okay, this is really cool. It's so nice to have my own space. Oh my God, it's really cool to be, um, you know, where the action is closer to Midtown, closer where my friends are, and be able to just, I don't know, have my own space. It was a little weird. I was just sitting in the chair alone for the kind of the first time in like a while. So I don't know. It's gonna be a lot of a lot of change. So and then yeah, this week I'm moving up more stuff like a desk and my computer tomorrow, and then Friday I'm gonna go rent a truck and move a sofa and the mattress, and then that'll be like basically all the essentials: clothes, bed, internet, desk, computer,
Nice.
sofa.
Are
I don't have a
you
TV yet, but
That'll come in time. Are you like sitting in the dark in your apartment right now? Like, do you have any
It
lights?
gets tons of natural light.
That's right.
Tons of natural light. I don't. You're right. I don't have many lamps. I got to take up this lamp that's in the corner of my bedroom right now. I'm probably gonna put that up there. What I want to get, what I have right here that's criminally underutilized. I bought this weird desk because it looked kind of cool on IKEA. It's it's kind of shitty because it's just kind of like it's at an awkward height. But it looked cool because it had like a two-piece like bookshelf next to it where you could have something kind of sitting. I don't know. It's like an extension of it. It looks
Okay.
similar. It's the same
All
amount of
right. All
wood,
right.
same type
Nice.
of wood. But like, it's kind of weird.
Polycarbonate.
Point is, I want to use it for a bookshelf, but I think it's part of this set, so I don't know if I'll be able to take it. But I don't know, it kind of looks cool. But I would like a bookshelf. Like
Okay,
that's
Daniel, can you put that on the podcast budget?
podcasts. What is it
Yeah,
called
we'll
when
put it
you
on the
registry?
yeah, we'll put it on
Yeah,
the registry.
Tanner, move out registry because God knows I need it. Yeah, I'm gonna just minge and complain until I get something I want.
Yeah, that's good.
Classic. You know me, guys. You know me.
Photogenic, complains till he gets
Photogenic,
everything.
complains,
Yeah,
yada yada.
that's
Yeah.
real bright spot. No, it's
And
good. There's a new place. I I can't wait to see it.
yeah,
Sounds like a lot of
well,
fun.
it's I've shown you, Alex, some
Oh yeah,
video of
yeah.
it empty, but it's gonna look way different with stuff in. Hoping good stuff goes in. Uh, I'm hoping it's not gonna just look like a bachelor pad. You know, like a single straight white man has been here. How can you tell? Is bachelor pad? There's only a TV and a lawn
Yeah,
chair.
the
That's
lawn chair
right now.
with
That's
the
what's in there. That's what's
PlayStation.
in there. I
Yeah.
literally brought up a lawn chair. That's all I
Hey,
got.
you can sit in it.
It's the ultimate bachelor pad. Not a single thing decorating the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, bachelor pad.
Spartan
So
living. Now you'll brighten it up because, as we discussed earlier, you're
I brighten any
photogenic.
room I'm in.
Yeah. It's super chipper, so that extends to the place too. Good, Tanner. I thought it was cool that you met some folks on your trip. Kind of got to get out of the family bubble.
Yes, I think that it was like a very special um, piece of it to just meet new people. Like that's I stayed at a the Travelers Hostel in Vienna because my parents I was a late addition. My parents got an Airbnb in both Prague and Hungary, so I slept on the couch. Um, but in Vienna they got a nice hotel, and it was a one bedroom fancy hotel, and so I left all my stuff there because I didn't want to take it to the hostel, and so I stay at the hostel overnight, but like basically change and shower in their hotel room. Because the hostel, it was it wasn't like not nice, but it was you know it
A
was just it
hostel.
felt yeah I felt
That's what they are.
old. I felt old.
Oh yeah, I
Like
everybody like I
holy
feel like
shit, they're all like these people are
19.
literally 19-year-olds.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
can just kind of tell. Like I'm like, oh my God,
I feel that too now.
I can't do this again. I thought it would be kind of cool to relive my glory days. Um, and when I lived abroad, uh, but no, I just was like, okay, I'm too old here. So I kind of aura farmed and read my book at the bar, like I'd order a
Oh,
cider because I knew if
that's
I
pretty
didn't
good.
get drunk, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. So I got really hammered and read my book and fell asleep at like 10 each night. Um,
That's a brilliant move.
because I'm a really light sleeper. And here's what happened. Both nights, like on the second night, it was worse. These British guys come in at like 3 in the morning each night, and the second night they're going. I hear it out in the hallway, and I'm like, please tell me this isn't for my like it wakes me up. Please tell me this isn't for my Airbnb, my room. Don't come into my room. And of course, they come into my room. The hiccuping. Can you hear that? Is that coming through? Like the
It is
About
loud
to
and clear.
yak it sound.
Yeah,
Like this
yeah.
guy's on the verge of yakking it, and I'm like, oh my god, there's no trash can in the corner of the room. Like, what the fuck? There's no water that I can give this guy. I'm just gonna try to pretend like I'm asleep and sleeping through this, even though I'm the bed that's closest to where this whole production sound, like this throw up mess is gonna be. I'm like, just don't throw up in a way that I'll find it in the morning, please. And I don't know. The other guy goes and takes a shower in the connected ensuite bathroom, and the I don't know why he goes takes a shower and leaves his friend who's like hiccuping and like needs to yak in the toilet, just needs to throw up outside or in the toilet. And the guy's taking a shower, and the other guy who's like yakking it is like gingerly knocking at the bathroom door, like "Let me in. I need to go throw up. Let me in." And hiccuping at the same time. It's happening 2.5 feet from my head, and I'm like, "Oh my god, just let him in. Why are you taking a shower?" Like it was like, what is going on? Why are people so stupid? This guy is like locked out. Well, he needs to go throw up, and the only place he can throw up, like, there's no water in Europe. Why isn't there any fucking water? Why do we have to order water? This is a nightmare. No, but Europe's great. Europe's great. Um, but they drink a lot of beer there, and they don't drink enough water, I think, to contend with that. I don't know how they get their water if it's not like it seems like a rare resource there. Um, but I'm never staying in a hostel again. To keep a long story short, I think I've aged out of that safely.
You aged out. No,
Yep.
it's. I was thinking about that because we had like at least at work we had interns, and I was
Mhm.
like, this is the first time definitely feel older than them. So I imagine it was like less severe, but yeah, the hostels, I could see that being a pretty hostile environment for mid-20s.
Yeah. Just you kind of just I don't know. They made me feel like darn kids, but also in like I'm
But like in a
just
chipper brightens up
yeah,
the
like
room kind of way.
they just these aren't me. This isn't who I was anymore, or at least I was kind of like this, but now not so much. You know.
And, no, thanks for sharing, Tanner. That sounds very fun. Um, Daniel, I know we wanted to kind of segue after this into a discussion on Tanner sort of alluded to it, but Tanner's peak. What do you think were the three most elite years of Tanner? Just
Oh,
based on
okay.
you've been covering this subject for a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
I think I'm gonna peak this year. I think it's early season, but I think this is the year. I'm moving out. I got a new job that I don't hate yet. Like this could be the year, you guys. This could be the year. Like don't discount what's going on in the
yeah,
20
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
it's
strong.
true.
I think it's a strong
like
contender.
2026. Like 2025 really sucked. But, you know, um it's kind of on the upswing. Got a new job. A long vacation in between jobs. Um, got a new apartment, so I'm moving out. Like I think that opens up a lot more opportunity to just be a little bit, I don't know, happier and more personally fulfilled and content, and so that's why I'm saying don't discount 2026. Like I know it's too early in the season to say 2026 is a playoff contender, but like I'm calling it. I'm calling it, okay?
No, it's like it
Other
even
than
if
that,
you're wrong.
2023 is 100% is 2023.
Okay, nice.
2023 is the best year of my life.
I was gonna say 2019.
Why would
I
you?
was
Oh,
I was
oh,
I
that's
was I
up
was
there
going
too. That was up
2011.
there too. 2019's up there as well. Like
2011 is pretty good.
I don't, I don't know. I don't remember 2011. Like here's the thing. I think certain years just don't count anymore because like I don't remember them. Like 2019, I remember it was really fun because um it was really fun. The first half of it not really memorable, but the second half got to go to Europe, got to meet a lot more band people, and then going into the next marching band season was super fun.
Yeah, you got a
Um,
great new roommate.
got
Remember that?
Were you my
That
roommate for
was pretty elite.
2019?
That's 2019.
Or was I a junior?
Yeah.
He's been
I
covering this
was?
subject for a while. He's got his notes out here.
Are you serious? I thought I was a
Because 2020
sophomore.
we moved out, like in
Well,
April
it's
or
Wait,
whatever.
so, oh, you're
fall. You
right.
were a junior. Yeah,
You're
fall. You were a
right. You're
junior.
right. I forgot. It's weird how it works like that. I just don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
But
Um,
like you said, it was your Europe year. Yeah,
yeah,
pretty big
no,
year.
2019 was up there, I think. And then COVID happened, and then I think
Well, I didn't say
no
that.
one's
I
year
can't
was
speak to
2020.
2020.
No one's
Yeah,
year was 2020, I think.
I can't speak
If
to
your
that.
year was
2019
2020,
Tanner.
if the only person that had 2020 as their year, his name is COVID, and he was 19. And he's not a real
We don't
person.
we don't have like a soundbite for that. We don't have a.
What? COVID rocked
I
in
mean,
2019 if you were COVID? Something like that. Clip it.
okay.
um, but yeah, that's probably top. Um, my other story is that I have black painted nails, and I the story behind them is they were finally like kind of long. I've picked my nails when I get stressed, and so I guess it's a good thing that I haven't
Oh
been
wow, yeah,
stressed.
I can relate.
Um, I don't know. You guys have seen it. They're usually pretty short, and I just kind of subconsciously kind of pick at them, and I don't want to. Obviously, it kind of look gross. So I want them to be long, and they were finally like really long. I was like, wow, I'm not super stressed. I want to go get a manicure so that if I find like a ridge or something, like I'll keep moving my thumb down my fingers until I kind of find like an area I can pick at, and just keep picking and picking until I find like a the divot that I can just rip off, and they're super short and they hurt and yada yada yada. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get a manicure so that they aren't really pickable and very smooth, not like rigid, and how I guess I cut my fingernails wrong. I don't usually cut them. I usually pick them off, so I don't ever cut them. So I'm like, let's, because apparently it takes 2 months to beat the picking habit.
Sheesh.
So I'm like, okay, well, 1 month kind of down. I haven't picked. I've not been super stressed. The second month, maybe I go and get like a clear coat on it to kind of just make them harder to kind of pick. And so basically at the nail salon, I'm like, hey, can I get a hard coat? I motion that I pick or I bite my nails. But they keep saying no hard coat, no hard coat. And they eventually like talk me out of it. And I'm like, well, I want something so I don't pick my nails. Can I get it in black? And they're like, oh, black, okay. And so yeah, I have black painted nails, which really worked for Shaky Knees, and the Blink 182 concert, but didn't exactly work for the Georgia Tech game. I think an older man, thought I was gay,
Yeah, the
and
painted nails is
yeah, I think at the concert too. I think uh, uh, girls were more talking to me randomly, like these girls
they
next
were
to
like,
me.
this guy's safe.
This guy's saying, yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy at the Georgia Tech game, he comes up behind me. I don't know him. He's like a 40-year-old dad. I'm peeing in the urinal trough thing, and he comes up and he pats me on the back. He's like, I bet it hurts when you pee.
That's a really weird
Is
thing to say.
that I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
he would
like
have
that,
said that. My thing is, I don't think he
Uh,
would have said that if I hadn't had black painted nails. Am
I'm
I
not even sure
crazy?
I understand it.
I thought he was like,
I don't know what it
being
means, but it's
homophobic, like you're gay,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
have an
It seems like it's in
STD.
that vein. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was hinting at. Like it was kind
Maybe
of
he
one of
just
those
thought.
like what
I don't know. Never mind. Go on, Tanner.
I don't know. It was kind of like, dang, okay, you can't express yourself without getting unwanted comments from bigots. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gay, but this comment
Yeah.
would be made me feel a certain way and was rude and was uncalled for. So I don't know why I said it. Um, so basically, what I'm saying is I'm now an ally.
That
That
was
was
what
it.
did it.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah,
I'm
we
an
looped all
ally
the way
now.
back there.
No, it
Nice.
was like
We got to get a quote like that.
basically
At
I
least
painted my
once.
nails and now I'm an ally.
Not performative. Now you're now you're legit.
Exactly. I used to be
That's
a
good.
performative guy, and now I'm like I've gone on the straight and narrow.
That's good.
So that's basically my life in a nutshell, and where I've been for the past month. Has it been as crazy as I always make it seem?
You've definitely had an interesting, uh, dare I say, peak. I don't think it's peak.
It's not peak. This
It's
ain't
very
peak.
crazy. Yeah.
It's
I think it's
just
trending upwards. I think that's a positive sign as we go into the next season. A lot of good stuff from training camp. So
exactly. We
I'm looking forward to it.
got a lot of good film. I think is maybe the
Yeah. Well, you've been
terminology.
watching film.
I've been
You've been
watching film. I've been
studying up.
watching film, studying up, getting getting practice shots, basically.
Yeah.
Uh, Practice shots of being an adult. So
Alex, any gay things happen to you
yeah,
recently?
Uh,
what was the most recent harassment you
what
faced?
was the most recent
Yes.
harassment? Yeah, I've never done anything like that, so I've never had to. Uh, you know, maybe I need to progress further in my allyship, but I've never like I don't think personally experienced anything like that where you're getting some sort of like suggestive comment or whatever. Um, nah, talking with you guys who, like Tanner said, you guys are both so photogenic, so it's I guess it's in that sphere. Just kidding. No, sorry, Daniel. In fact, I was struggling to think of things that I've done. With Tanner's kind of hardcore action-packed last couple of months, weeks, I guess it's been. It's sort of been well, I had a girlfriend that I broke up with her about 2 months ago, and I realized like, well, she filled out my schedule a little more, so now I'm a little like not doing things as much. So I got to take the initiative to schedule things, which is an adjustment. Uh, Now, Tanner, you mentioned that multiple delicious meals, but the one about the ricotta cheese going into the bread and kind of soaking it in and that sort of thing. It made me think of the like I could be a bricklayer with the bread I made a couple Sundays ago. It was absolutely the worst bread I've ever had. From a texture standpoint, it was it tasted fine. It was like salted well enough, I guess, and it wasn't like gross or anything, but I think I just didn't put enough water in it. It was a complete brick, really hard to get open. Yeah, I say get open like I had to crack it open like it was an egg or something. It wasn't that bad, but um it was a little demoralizing because bread takes a while. It's not something you just whip up, but I treat it as a learning process, and that's definitely not peak, but I think we can only go up from there. Similar sort of trajectory. Tanner's life and Alex's bread skills. I haven't tried since, but yeah, you can bet there's going to be another time.
We're gonna call it Easy on Baker Street next time I'll come over.
Ooh.
What's that? Was it the Baker Street duo? What the heck am I thinking of?
Uh,
The Baker Street duet? That jazz, the Baker Street. Oh,
Daniel, you know this one.
what the heck is it called? Baker Street,
Uh,
Baker
I'm just
Street
searching
duo. Am I
Baker
crazy?
Street, and I'm not.
It's like a
Yeah, I mean,
jazz Baker
this
Street
is.
jazz quartet or something.
I'm thinking of Sherlock Holmes, and I'm thinking of
Baker
what
Street
is it
Jazz
like
Man.
the
Maybe.
Jerry
Baker
Rafferty
Street
song?
Trio, maybe? I don't even know. There's
I
like
don't know.
we'll call it the Baker Street Trio.
Okay.
Maybe it's not.
That's classic rhythm section. They're pretty good.
But let me find that paprikash recipe. Let me find that place even.
Chat. leave a comment responding when you think you peaked. Your best 3-year run. Your like 96 to 98 bowls or whatever. 99.
Um, Tanner, we've already covered Tanner. His is next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alex, I mean, that's tough for you. There's a lot of contenders, obviously.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Uh,
stacked resume. It's kind of hard to
yeah.
really
You like
dial
you're
in.
gonna have to leave out a good year, you know?
Yeah. Like it's like when you have a really stacked Hall of Fame ballot. Like
It's like
they can
you gotta
only
leave someone off. Yeah.
yeah, you can only take so many good players.
For
That's
me,
tough. Yeah, Daniel, you got, I mean, one that screams at me.
2011.
20, yeah, 2011's good. 2028, that's looking really up for you.
Yeah, Daniel, what would
you
you
know,
say top 3 years, top three peak
I
years?
I think I actually did pretty well in 2015.
Ooh. Okay, explain.
I was I feel like so breaking it down into intervals here. Throughout high school, I definitely peaked senior year.
Good.
So,
Well, that's when you
uh,
want to
Most
peak.
people, most people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I again, this is the bragging section of the show, but I did win some
Uh-oh.
school-wide awards
Ooh.
Superlatives,
in high
what most
school.
likely to
Ooh.
succeed.
No, I won the music department award.
Ooh.
Ooh.
He's
Um,
decorated. That's
not related
I'm
to
not surprised. I'm not surprised.
not related to ability. It was more like I helped around, like helped up, like set up the stage and stuff like that.
Like
Teacher's pet award.
picking up the chairs at church. There's
Basically,
like that meme.
yeah, yeah. I
Hey, that's
actually,
good.
yeah, I was pretty critical in keeping keeping the music department chugging along. Then another thing I did was I created a new position for the tennis team. I was the tennis manager. Um,
You
also,
just
same.
like walk up one day and be like, "All right, guys."
I was very I don't how do I say this? I knew that the teacher that was the coach for the tennis team was my chemistry teacher. I had had him for a couple of years, and so I was pretty familiar with him. And I was like, "Hey,
Nepotism at work. Yeah.
I think you need a tennis, or I think you need a manager." And he's like, "I don't need a manager." And then I was like, "No, no, no, no." And I pushed him enough, I guess, that he was like, "Fine." Um, and yeah, at the end of the year, he was like, "I definitely," because he had been coaching there for like 10 years, and he had never had a manager. And afterward, he's like, "Yeah, actually, I need a manager going forward." So
Wow.
I
Trailblazing. Good job,
created
Daniel.
that position. Yep,
Yeah.
trailblazing. Um, so that was just high school, and this 2015 is also
Yeah,
my year when I transitioned.
this is getting kind
We're
of scary.
we're not even done yet, because then I transitioned, as you guys both know, to college. Um, and I gotta say, it's not as high as then. The first year of college wasn't amazing, but um, met a lot of great
You,
people. Not you two, but others.
well, yeah. Tanner hadn't come into your
I'm
life
glad to
yet.
not be part of
Tanner,
the you two.
the what?
Continue, sorry. I wanted to make that as confusing as possible.
Okay.
I think you did. I think I got it, but continue, Daniel.
Anyway, no, that was pretty much it. I mean, that wasn't as much in my like first semester. It was okay. But I feel like it was there. I learned a lot, about who I would become that semester, even though I wasn't who I am now. You know,
It takes the valleys to appreciate the
it's
peaks,
almost like what Tanner's going through now, right?
Yeah. No,
Where
I agree.
I had that moment in
What do you
10 years
mean?
ago.
Yeah,
Explain,
you're a
Daniel.
lot
No,
more
go ahead.
developed,
Yeah,
Daniel.
go ahead, Daniel. Explain.
You're
Well,
like
I'm older.
a lot better.
Yeah. No, no. Anyway, so that's probably that's up there. I don't know if it's the best year because obviously 2017 was pretty great because you know, I think that was the year that I met you two, was it? I don't know.
Ooh, unfortunately, you're giving us too much credit there, Daniel.
2017. It was with Tanner. Alex, were you
Tanner would have
later?
been eight. It would have been 20. 18.
18? Was it
Yeah.
2018?
And
Okay.
then me, it would have
Well,
been 19.
was it 19? Really?
Yeah. Late bloomer
Is
here.
that it?
See, you're so
Wow.
much more developed than both of us, Daniel. It's kind
You
of
know
crazy.
what? To be fair, it was earlier 2019. I did know who you were before the fall.
Yeah, it was kind of like, you'd read the articles, you kind of had heard the radio
Well,
chatter.
because you did spring band, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Yeah, no, I did
So
concert band.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you did something, and
Yeah.
we ran past. You like substituted for pep band a couple times. I want to
There's,
say I might be making this up.
I don't think I did that.
Okay, maybe I think of
I
someone
remember,
else.
so I do remember, I sat next to Elizabeth and
Yes, I was gonna say the
that,
Elizabeth was the linchpin
the
here.
link. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Um, maybe then I ran into you some other way. But anyway, you were not completely unfamiliar. When you showed up, I was like, obviously that's Alex. We all know he's great.
Yeah, yeah. New character kind of
Yeah, yeah.
music you could
But
hear.
yeah. But like he cameoed last season, so you were familiar with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You're like, oh, we've seen this guy. Wait a minute. Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He had a guest appearance in the background last season, but this season he's a full on
Yeah,
recurring
cast member.
character.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Then Tanner must have been a year before, was he not? Tanner, when did you?
Well, Tanner
How
joined
old are you?
at least band a year before me.
This
Yeah.
many.
He's holding. Yep. That's a good. See, Tanner
That's
doesn't
right.
stop peaking.
I forgot because Tanner transferred. That's right. Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
too. Don't
You did
uh,
too.
don't let us get off scotch free.
I just mean timeline wise. Okay. Anyway, yeah, that's me.
I like the deep dive. That was pretty good. Tennis manager, you're creating positions that hadn't been there before. That's the
I
sign of
created a
an
position. I
innovator.
The thing is, I did that again in at Georgia Tech because for you guys know I was a plus leader, um, which is like
Yeah,
a tutoring job, a
yeah,
group tutoring job. I at one point basically this the same thing happened. History repeats itself, as they say. I was like, you need like a assistant, a plus assistant. I went to the
Ye-
person right now. I was like, you need an assistant who handles like a lot of the extra administrative because there were mentors that were like kind of the student supervisors for the leaders,
yeah.
and so each. But I was like, you need like an assistant who handles like more of the other tasks that like the
The
mentors don't do. That
invoices. Yeah,
yeah, and again, job I created that job, and afterward someone else took it from me, and I'm pretty sure they still have it. So
it's just
uh,
Daniel
everywhere I go, I'm like,
sees
I
you
create
see
jobs.
trails
I'm a,
before
I'm a
they're
job.
there.
People call me a job creator. You
You are
know.
you are economic stimulus, I think is
Yes.
a good way to
Yes.
put it. Yeah.
So Tanner, if you ever need a new job, just ask me to come shadow you for like a
You
day, and
will
I'll
we
figure
will
it out.
literally create one for you.
Literally
The
create a
position
job.
isn't open yet because Daniel hasn't been there.
Well, in the case, obviously the tennis one was unpaid, but the plus one was actually paid, and it was paid like at. I basically promoted myself.
Dude, that's well, maybe if you don't want to be in the engineering realm anymore, maybe you could be a lawyer. You could talk your way into some things.
hmm hmm
That's good.
I really should.
It's a lot of peak kind of behavior, sort of history I'm hearing here, and yeah, it's really tough to separate. Um, I think the great from the greatest, in terms of your years, because it's all very good.
So we're talking about worst year now?
Jeez.
No, you want to keep it on a high note. Well, the point is, it sounds like we've had some great years, and it's just gonna get greater.
I
Maybe we'll
think
keep it on
so.
a high note. But I gotta say, 2024 sucked.
Yeah.
But no,
It's
no, that's it's.
Wow. Wow.
it's good to I
But yeah,
it's good to know that the at least this valley is behind you,
yeah.
looking up
It's life is a series of peaks and
peaks.
valleys.
Yeah.
I kind of just because it can't be a peak without a valley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could constantly get better and I'd honestly prefer
I.
that.
But
I
then,
would
how
love
would you?
linear
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah, like a
Mo-
straight up linear. Yeah, I guess that'd be nice, but how?
Hey,
Who does that often happen? happened too. Like who
It's a matter of perspective, I guess.
who only peaks and keeps peaking?
That could be all of us in 2027.
Yeah, I guess we don't know.
We'll
It's
give
true.
2026 time to spool us up. You know what I mean? Maybe a valley or so.
Guys,
But yeah,
I have a question for you guys. I
yeah, go
need
for it.
help.
The
All
red
right,
one.
so I have to introduce myself tomorrow. First people
Oh God.
So what do you guys think? Is professional singer being a lie? Is that just like lame? What about some truths? What do we got here? Crowdsourcing this.
What is true about Tanner?
Yes.
Um, you could say I'm really photogenic, and
Yeah,
then
that would
That's
work.
an opinion. That's an opinion.
well,
I
that
would
could be
consider it a
true.
fact. I
Like
would consider it a fact.
it's pretty much
Yeah.
set in
Okay,
stone.
fine. That's not a good
All,
one though.
all my friends say I'm yeah. No, I probably advise against that. Might make you look conceited. Uh, this I always hate these questions. Like I can never think of I
Yeah,
overthink them. You know.
yeah, Tanner. Alex and I are not great about thinking about ourselves, let alone thinking about you, thinking about
Well,
yourself.
I personally think about Tanner quite. Oh,
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
yeah, yeah. Well, you could. I don't know. You could say
Hmm.
you're like a fan of a sports team, and then you actually hate them. I don't know.
It could,
Which is true. I'm a fan of the Falcons and I fucking hate them.
It's
that'd
Oh
be a sneaky
it's
God.
one. Yeah.
That one's because they know I live in Atlanta. So it'd be like,
okay.
so that's what you got to introduce yourself with because everyone's remote. So
Yeah, what is the
it's
True.
audience
like,
here? Can you give us some more background
Yeah.
on the audience?
Who are you?
uh, the, the mm,
Good start.
uh, like the, oh, I don't know, the people in the department. So like, by and
Who are?
large, nerds.
Okay.
So does that help?
That was. I don't
Tanner,
Uh,
why does it?
uh,
What is going on?
he's sputtering. All right. Thanks
no.
everyone for listening. This has been the
A
experience.
stroke? All right, thank you everyone for coming on.
I'm gonna wrap
Did you
this
see
up.
Um,
that one
Comment below
we
what
TikTok?
you
got
think Tanner's two truths and a lie are.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
When did
Hold
you
on.
peak, everybody?